My dear President Buhari, it seems the day I long warned about is here. The dam of anger and indignation has finally burst open, and your children are out on the streets, ready to be killed, for they have become used to being killed by those who they pay to protect them. Our nation now trends again, and again it is for the wrong reasons. Our dirty secret is out for the whole world to see. A nation that has no plans for her youths and kills them. The last time Nigerian youths took to the streets like this, President Babangida left the office we presently occupy. How did we get here? You assumed office in a hail of glory, promising to do so much, and now here we are several years after, with the hashtag #EndSARS trending all over the world. Now you have ended SARS, but your children are still on the streets, protesting and being killed for daring to protest. After all, who are they? They are the children of the poor and lowly. They are lazy and jobless youths whose future has been mortgaged to Chinese loans. They lurk in the shadows and live in the darkness. The internet is their escape, where they see images of their peers living a different life in freedom and with guaranteed social safety nets. They imagine a better world, but all they get is hunger, poverty, abuse, unemployment, and corruption. They have been groomed to fight our religious and tribal wars, and now they chant Iowa Republic, IPOB, and Oduduwa Republic. Nigeria has not given these youths the breast milk of love. We see them as statistics and use fancy lingo to describe tens of millions of unemployed youths. When they try to rise up on their own, they are cut down. The world calls them talented, their government calls them lazy. The world says they are creative, their government says they are criminals. Are we about to see an uprising of tens of millions of criminals? It has started small with the hashtag #EndSARS, but even the fool knows that it is not SARS they are after. This is the progression of their end hashtag. They are tired of this government that appears to snuff the life and very freedom people all over the world enjoy freely. They are tired of the service chiefs. They are tired of their cowardly parents who didn't protect them from this abuse. They are tired of the elites who parade riches in the midst of so much squalor. They will come after us one by one. Our high fences won't protect us because our children, their brothers, will let them in. Our jeeps will identify us to them. Our jets will be grounded, as no nation will allow an influx of Nigerian rich men who have destroyed their country to come and destroy theirs also. The biggest disaster is that this is happening in an era of COVID-19. Our children are out on the streets without masks and social distancing. Spread COVID spread, spread COVID spread. Dear President Buhari, the first wave of the Spanish flu hardly touched Africa 100 years ago. It was the second wave that came with the arrival of soldiers to the ports of West Africa that killed millions in Africa, and most of them in Nigeria. Is this protest synonymous with the arrival of our soldiers 100 years ago? Is this protest the catalyst that spreads the second wave in Nigeria? My sincere hope and prayer is that none of what I have described happens, and that we will wake up tomorrow to see our children at home, jobless as usual, waiting for electricity so they can charge their phones and play computer games. This is my prayer for you and our nation. There are those who will advise you to use a heavy hand to quell this peaceful protest. They will tell you these lazy, criminally minded youths are cowards like their fathers. So if we arrest a few and shoot a few, they will end this protest. I suspect that this approach will fail, and I pray you ignore them. These youths are made of steel and have a point to prove to themselves, to you, and to the world. The truth is that we are all youths. We have all suffered and live in fear of your bogeymen. This is the time for you to reverse course completely and be a father to us, to the nation. We need to know that the Igbo man is as important to you as the Fulani man. We need to know that our lives are safe with you. We need to know that the herders who roam the country raping, maiming and killing don't have your support. We need to know that you are in charge. We need to know that you love us. Any other approach might consume your presidency. Listen to your wife and your children, for they are the only ones who have the same stake as you in the success or failure of your administration. I wish you well. God bless our youths. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.